Welcome back, everybody. This is the Evolution Failed Us podcast. I'm your host, Avery, joined always by my co-host,
Trace.
Trace. What are we going to do today?
Record a podcast?
The answer is supposed to be the same thing we do every Tuesday and or Thursday. Or
whatever day it is that we decide on recording.
Record a podcast to take over the world.
I did say record a podcast.
Have you never watched Pinky and the Brain?
No.
Are you fucking for real?
Yeah, I've never even heard of it, to be fair.
You poor bastard. Oh my god.
Why is that?
Because it's like an amazing classic cartoon. And you've never heard of it?
Never heard of it, nope.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
What's it about?
It's about these two little mice. They're like lab mice. One of them is a complete fucking moron.
Okay.
The other is a brainiac.
Okay.
And so the brainiac one is always wanting to take over the world.
Oh.
And so they always, it's a cartoon, man. It's a kid's cartoon. They make these crackpot ass schemes that never go right. And, shit just gets fucked for them. And they just end up back in their lab waiting for the nighttime to roll back around so they can plot more.
This really sounds like our dynamic, except you're the one wanting to take over the world.
But I'm also the doofus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, no, I get that. I take a lot of calculated risks, but I'm really bad at math. So none of it
So
really...
the calculating isn't really that good.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like 2 + 2 equals pi
Bomb.
r squared fish.
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared with a fish with a dildo in its mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. Bringing ancient sex toys to modern sex toys.
I take very graphic calculations.
How do yours work out?
Like a math equation? Like a math equation is supposed to work out? 2 + 2 is 4. Not 2 + 2 is pi r squared, which equals a fish with a dildo in its mouth.
Okay, so if we were cats, how many lives would you have left?
Probably 7.
I think I would have died a couple years ago.
Yeah, you'd be gone. You'd be wiped from this plane.
I think I might have wasted like my, 9 lives cats get? Yeah.
Yes.
I would have wasted my 9 lives by the time I was 16.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because I've been hit by at least 4 cars.
Oh. Huh?
Yeah. Two just me. Like 2 just my body, and then like a couple other were just car wrecks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well tell me about when you actually got hit by a car. Like, your person.
Well, the first time I was 4 years old, and my grandma ran me over. I'm not making this shit up either. This is not bullshit. I'm so serious. My grandma ran me the fuck over when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
So like my grandmother lived on this really steep hill.
Yes.
And I always wanted to get out and like run down her hill. Why? I don't fucking know, because I'm an idiot. So I did, and she was like, all right, fine, go ahead. And so I hopped out of the car at the top of the hill, started running down, and like I just looked back and waited for a second, and next thing I know, I'm like on her hood with my feet underneath her car, dragging the ground all the way down. And it's like a good... Now, what degrees do you think my hand is making right now?
Right now your hand's making a 45.
Is this a 45?
Yes.
Yeah, it was roughly about that steep. And so
wow.
Like, for probably 100 feet just down until it evened out. So like I just kind of got drugged till it evened out, and then when we did, I fell on the ground. My grandma threw it in park, and she's like, "What the hell happened?" And I was like, "Well, you hit me." And she's like, "Why did you get under the car?" I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Why did you stop walking?" Just get in the car, Avery. We got shit to do. Okay. The other time, I probably fell out the window of my grandma's car and got ran over. So, yeah, I've been ran over as a child.
I've always wondered what was wrong with you. I think I know, like, the stem of it. The root.
You think it was me getting ran over?
I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it, yeah.
Well, I mean, my mom drove off a ravine when I was a baby. The car.
You're fucking shitting me.
No, I'm like dead serious. She told me she ran off like some small ravine. Like my dad was messing with her, and then they spun. It was during, it was the 90s, so it actually got cold in Georgia, and so they just ended up like spinning off the road, going down some ravine, landing like on the wheels still. But I was a kid and I was just asleep in the back.
Jesus.
So yeah, that's my story.
Oh my gosh. Avery.
I'm pretty sure I've been hit in the head.
Oh, I don't doubt
a
that.
lot.
I don't doubt that.
Well, I mean, I think I got the first time I played soccer when I was like 10, I got hit in the face every game.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Every single game, just bang, 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 bang. I remember one time there was a huddle of us. It was like 6 of us standing next, like all in a circle, and I was trying to go forward with the ball at my feet, and all these other kids were just kicking it. So it was going right on my leg and punching me in the face. It happened about 10, 15 times, and before the ref was like, you know what, just stop. I'm going to shut this down real quick and just free kick. Fuck it. I played at a YMCA, so most of the kids were subpar. Intelligence. It was not pretty. It was not the best of times.
I have no words.
I'm pretty fucked up,
Well, damn.
So what happened to you? Why are you so not fucked up?
Because I didn't get bashed in the face a lot of times. I didn't get ran over by my grandmother. I didn't play at a YMCA.
I don't know what it's like to have that kind of love.
I don't think it's love that you were missing. I think you were just born an unfortunate person.
Yeah, that sounds about as correct as anything.
You just have shit luck, dude.
Oh, I've always had really shitty luck.
It's like heads or tails, you pick one and it lands like on its side. It doesn't even land on a face.
That's how God determined my luck. He was like, all right, well, flip. And it just kind of spun for about an eternity, and then it stopped on its side. And he's like, well, I've been waiting for a while. Fuck it. Boop. And he just popped me down there. I was supposed to be born in like 1303. And instead, I somehow made it to 1997. So instead of being like a poor shepherd boy, I was a fucking poor back end of the millennials.
Which one's worse?
Born by teenagers.
Which one's worse?
I mean, at least if I was born in the 1300s, I probably would have died of like malaria or something before I turned 2, so I wouldn't really know anything.
Oh, gosh.
In modern America, sadly, I've made it to 22 years old.
I don't know. You're pretty fucking resilient. You probably would have lived through all the illness and shit. You just feel like shit every single day.
I'd have like a limp
Your body
leg.
wouldn't stop.
I'd have like a limp leg by the time I was 5, so I couldn't even like...
You were born a gimp.
Yeah. No, like I get dropped. Like my mother's just walking, and then I'm born, and I like flip my leg wrong, and because there's no real medicine, they're just like, yeah, this one's fine.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm with a limp my entire fucking life. Can't really get a real apprenticeship with anybody, so instead of being a blacksmith, I end up being a water boy.
All you do is just like water and feed the pigs.
Yeah, like that's it. I'm a farmhand. I'm a shitty farmhand.
Yeah.
I hate my life. I get malaria. I have dysentery. What else is some ancient smallpox? Probably. I don't know. Is that still a thing?
The fucking plague.
I get the plague. I just get the plague, and I live. I live through the fucking plague, because that's how unfortunate my life would have been. So yeah, I think being born in the 90s was a lot worse.
Yeah. God, you fucking bastard.
What? Do I sound ungrateful for not being born in 1300 something?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. It's just, either way, you're just fucked.
I was never meant to live a good life. I'm going to try so hard, get so far, and then I'm going to get some tweet being brought up. And...
You were, like, in the game of poker, you were seriously dealt a 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Just to fuck
just
with
at different suits. Different cards from different decks, not even the backs match.
just to fuck me over.
Just to fucking, yeah.
That's great. I love how God played poker with my life and was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go all in on this hand. And then just lost it.
He went all in on a pair of 3s.
I could have been built.
in the game. I can't even fucking talk. He went all in on a pair of threes, and there's a fucking pair of aces showing on the table.
God was a little drunk when he was betting on me.
Too much of that wine. No, speaking of unfortunate events, I have a story. I was telling this to someone the other day. I think I've already told you, but
maybe. Am I involved in the story?
No, you're not.
Okay.
My family and I, we were going to a Georgia Bulldog game, so we were driving from here down to Athens, and
it's north to Athens from here, right?
We were driving up to Athens, right?
Okay.
And fuck you. We were driving to Athens. How about that? Is that better for you? We were driving to Athens, and we were taking back roads the entire way because it's quicker than going through the highway. And we passed this one spot. There's like a house on the right, and then for the next 2 miles, it's just like nothing but field, trees, and just like litter. For 2 miles, it's just Georgia. And
we're shitty backcountry.
Yes. Going down the road, and my parents started laughing about something, and I was like, well, what's going on? And they were like, well, you just passed a spot. We were going somewhere one time. My parents were. They were going somewhere, and they saw a dead deer on the side of the road. And they were like, okay, yeah, that sucks, whatever. On the way back is why they were laughing, because on the way back, that same deer was there, but someone had the audacity to drive by it, go to the dollar store, get a get well soon balloon, come back to the dead deer carcass, and proceed to tie the get well soon balloon onto the deer's leg.
That is comedy at its finest.
It was, I cried laughing, and I wasn't even there. It was just them telling me that, because the image of a dead deer being on the side of the road with a get well soon balloon tied to its leg.
I'm pretty sure we can drive 5 miles in any direction from your house and find a dead deer to do that to.
Or a possum, or a cat.
I've seen a lot of armadillos dead on the side of the road
get well
lately. We should just get a whole bunch of them and start tying them to it. How many do you think it would take to make an armadillo float? Like, not fly off, but just float.
15.
You think we could do it in 15 balloons?
Probably.
We should do that. Not to fly off, but just to hover.
Could you fucking imagine that?
Do you know how freaky that would be?
We would probably make like headline news, like dead armadillo floating across the city of Griffin. Like
that would be fucking insane.
It would
just pick up on the wind and just float along.
Oh my gosh.
The armadillo is haunting the town.
That would be insane.
And we live in a small bumfuck town, so like half the religious people are like, "Oh my God, it's the rapture! It's a sign from God. The world is ending.
It's the second coming."
Especially like with all the bullshit that's going on in 2020
Oh my gosh,
so
dude,
far.
that would just be the fucking icing on the cake.
Small Georgia town loses their fucking mind over a floating armadillo. Is it a sign from God? No, it's actually just 2 college kids pulling a shitty prank.
We literally make it on like fucking
national news,
Forbes or BuzzFeed or something like that.
Fucking NPR is talking about it tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I would lose my shit, and nobody would know it's us.
No,
unless
they obviously listen to this and know.
And this blows up. You'd know somebody out of like the 10 people that listen to this piece of shit are gonna be like, "It was these guys. They fucking did it.
Yeah.
They tied the balloons to the armadillo."
Yeah.
And be like, "You fucking sellouts, you bastards." I feel like my whole life is just one big pipe dream, if I'm honest with you. I wish I could rewind and go back to like 2012 when it was a lot easier to blow up on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Or like even 2010. If I could go back to 2010 and try and blow up with this bullshit, I would probably be sitting here with Joe Rogan as a guest.
Oh my God. You really think you would get that successful?
From like the early days of like internet sensations, yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Because, I mean, you gotta think, going back 10 years, there wasn't a ton of competition on the internet.
That's fair.
Now, by this point, I don't think I would be doing the same thing. Like, I don't think I'd still be doing YouTube or a podcast. I think I would have moved on to maybe a more business-centric side. Like, I'd probably be running my own production, like legitimately running a real production company out of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be creating content. You would hire other people to create content under your name, and you would just have you would be operating the distribution center.
Yeah, I'd be producing it all
You
and like just making hella
almost drink
money.
from your water. You'd be like Wondery or Barstool or something like that.
Yeah, like I'd be producing it all and making hella money off these kids, which is like a phenomenal plan. Like hopefully that's what I'll be like in 10 years. Or, in 25, give or take. But like no, that's what I would be doing. And it'd be a lot easier to blow up on the internet still now if it weren't for all these goddamn celebrities hopping on the YouTube train. Like I'm really like don't get me wrong, I love like Will Smith and Terry Crews and everybody. Fucking who else is on the internet?
Fucking everyone.
I feel like Tom Cruise has a YouTube channel that's really shitty. Or Matt
You think
Damon.
so? Oh my gosh, I gotta look this up now.
Maybe. I don't know. Either way,
I'm just
like
gonna YouTube Tom Cruise.
like don't get me wrong, all of these big actors, I absolutely love them to death. I grew up on them. Hilarious. But I don't want to see them in my YouTube feed with like 1 million+ views. That's bullshit.
Well, he doesn't have his own channel, but he definitely is featured on a lot of channels.
Well, of course he is. He's Tom Cruise. Anyway, like I don't want to see them in my feed constantly unless it's like an interview or something. I don't want them on their own channel blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe this is kind of like a jealous thing. I like to think it's not. I like to think it's a little more realistic than that. But these are like established actors and celebrities and shit. Why the fuck are they invading our internet?
Well, that's how they make their money. So
No, they make their money through doing these big ass fucking movie deals. They're worth millions of fucking dollars. You think Will Smith is worried about money?
oh no, not by a long stretch.
Fuck no. And it's like, don't get me wrong, sometimes he puts out some pretty entertaining shit, but it's like
I gotta say, like, I'm not really a fan of Will Smith.
I'm not touching that. You're about to sink us. Shut the fuck up. I kind of believe in staying in your lane. So it's like there's the internet lane for all these like low time kids that could never make it to Hollywood but have all these ideas and can do all this shit. Or even if it's just a hobby that happens to blow up. And then you've got celebrities that like maybe went to a college or moved to LA and fucking made it. Good for them. They're making fucking millions of dollars. I don't feel the need for them to be on YouTube creating daily content. Now, if they have like a TikTok or something, like Terry Crews is big on TikTok apparently. Like that's fine. That's an internet trend to hop on. But if you're doing it and like making a fuck ton of money off of it, you're pulling from all these other young creators that could be putting out amazing content, getting featured and getting paid to make better shit.
Yeah,
That's my problem with it.
I feel like they do that though because a lot of brands tell them like, "Hey, this is a good idea. You like, there's this platform TikTok that's blowing up. You should make an account, make a couple videos. We'll distribute it. We'll get your thing out there. You'll get some extra money out of it, and it's all traffic. So like, brands aren't gonna notice people who are blow up off of one video, and then they just try and repeat that, and it just gets more shitty the more times they repeat it." Like there's some people who, they have the formula figured out. They've got, their following base. They have all these brands looking into them. They're making money off of that platform, but it takes a lot of work for that one person to do it as opposed to a celebrity doing it. Because you have a lot more faith in the celebrity gaining traction than you do just some random person that you find.
That went viral.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I get that. I don't know. It's just something that kind of rubs me wrong. I don't really like it.
I'm sorry.
like,
try and blow up on TikTok then.
Like I'm hardcore like against YouTube celebrities, or not YouTube celebrities. Celebrities on YouTube.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. You can blow up on YouTube, or you can be big and then get on YouTube.
Okay.
One of them, I think you've made it. The other one, I think you're shitty and you might be starting to get washed up.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, they're always trying to find a different way of making income. So.
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to stay relevant, but I mean, I'm pretty sure people are still buying and downloading Men in Black, and I think like Will Smith is still making money off the first one.
Oh, for sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's nothing against like those two specifically. It's just I just don't like celebrities on YouTube unless they're doing like a Hot Ones interview.
Yeah, but then that it's a feature. It's
It's an
not they
interview.
themselves.
Yeah, no, it's just a feature.
Yeah, it's like them going on like James Corden or something like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I want to see them on an interview, not with their own channel.
Yeah. Well, what about like musicians and stuff like that?
Like if they get on YouTube,
Yeah,
or like if
because they do interviews like with Livewire and everything, but they also have their YouTube base for people to listen to their music or to show like behind the scenes stuff.
well, most of that.
But they also have their platforms on like Spotify and Apple and Pandora and all these other music streaming sites.
most of that shit's being put out by Vivo. So it's like I think they're making more money off that anyway. I mean, MTV kind of died like
Not kinda, they did.
like 15 years ago. So they got to have somewhere to put all that stuff on, but I feel like there's a little something different with that. Because it's like, where else are you going to watch music?
That's fair.
Where else are you going to watch, like, well, I guess not their interviews, but I mean, like low-key live sessions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I feel like that's a little bit different territory, dealing with musicians.
Yeah.
Because you got to have somewhere to watch those music videos, because MTV just ain't doing shit anymore.
Do you like actually watch music videos though?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I find a song I like, I'm looking for a music video.
What's the one that you've looked at recently?
Oh, fuck. Recently what? You know, come to think of it, I don't know when the last time I watched. Not gonna lie, I think I watched an Ariana Grande music video recently.
You're such a bitch.
I was curious. What? Oh, man, what was it? There was something.
You're such a bitch. Hold on, let me go to my history because I looked up like a bunch of them the other night.
Like, I love music videos. They are the backbone of society. Oh, no, I remember what it was. It wasn't Ariana Grande. It was Ninja Sex Party's Mansion Party music video.
Is that the one that you sent me?
Yeah, I sent you that one. Really awesome. It's fully animated, and the animation is fucking incredible. I love that song, and I love that video. That was the most recent one I've watched.
See, the most recent one that I've watched is Asking Alexandria's Someone Somewhere, the acoustic version. And they just performed it in front of a whole bunch of military people because, you know, that deeper meaning behind it. They couldn't go home to their families and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just like a whole bunch of rock and a whole bunch of just
emo.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I really forget you listen to such hardcore music.
Really?
Yeah, I forget that. Even
there's
after,
a lot of people look at me and they're just like, or like I'll ask them like, what kind of music do you think I listen to? And they're just like, maybe country, maybe like alternative, or maybe like pop, indie type shit. I was like, you are so fucking wrong.
Honestly, you just don't look like a big music guy.
I don't?
Yeah, you just really don't.
Really?
Yeah, you just don't come off as a huge music guy. Like you just kind of listen to whatever on the radio that's not pop.
See, that's like,
or country, or maybe even like classic rock. You know, you give off that kind of vibe. But like,
I'm purely the opposite.
Yeah, no, you're like straight hardcore. The first time you tried to show me a song, you put like an earbud in my ear, and I was like, "Who the fuck am I looking at?"
Was that Black Veil Brides? Was that
Probably.
It was Knives and Pens. I remember this.
I think we had known each other for like a year, and you showed me a song, and I was like, "What the fuck are you?" I realized there's like a whole deeper layer to like what you are, and it terrified me. It terrified me.
Why did it terrify you?
Because it was just so unexpected.
Oh, okay.
You were just this like clean cut, preppy looking motherfucker,
and
then you just pull out the screamo music.
Yep. Yep.
And I was confused.
You're confused.
I was so confused. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go with it. We're gonna see where this goes in a few years. Let's see if he becomes a school.
That was the turning point. He was somewhat friends with. It was like we were acquaintances for a year, and then I show him a fucked up like music thing that he didn't expect. He was like, "That's it. You're in the group now.
You're interesting. I gotta find out what the fuck's in your head." I don't know whether you're gonna become a school shooter or a politician.
Oh shit!
I'm really confused. Either way, you're probably some kind of fucking evil in there. Turns out I was still fucking wrong.
Yep.
You're some fucking normie that wants to be a physical therapist.
Yep.
You know how lame that sounds?
pretty
like
pretty
going
lame.
like going from all these speculations, and it's like, yeah, I'll do physical therapy. Like, what?
I just keep throwing you curveballs,
You're just
man.
gonna fucking troll me like that
I
shit?
just keep throwing you curveballs, keeping you on your toes.
I feel like I'm just like way too expected. Like I feel like everything about me just kind of lines up when you think about it for just a minute.
Honestly, yeah, kind of.
At first, you watch my actions and you're kind of like, well, this guy's fucked up. And then like you observe me for a minute and you're like, yeah, you know what?
Yep, this guy's fucked up.
yeah, he's fucked up, and you know it all makes sense. Let's see, shitty unsuccessful YouTube channel, failed relationships, hates his life. Yeah, this guy's definitely a film major. Traumatic childhood. Yep, there we go. Check off another box. Community college. This guy's shit. He's a walking basket case.
I could seriously see you as a theater kid.
I was a theater kid. Do you not remember?
Oh fuck yeah, that's right. Well,
I mean,
point proven.
It came late in high school, but I was.
Yeah.
I did one speech class, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be one of these guys now. And I was in theater the next year.
Oh man, how was that experience?
Oh, dude, it was incredible. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, like it's actually really freeing. I think I was kind of coming in like a little bit out of my adolescence and like figuring out who I am and what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I found that I wanted to do these more creative mediums, and that was a way for me to express myself. Because first I did speech, public speaking. It turned out I was really fucking good at it. Really loved it. I got second in a competition my junior year. Senior year I went to state. Cool, all that jazz. Next year I was in theater. And like I just was constantly, given on the spot stuff. I had 5, 10, 15 minutes to come up with like a whole like miniature play. I had a skit that I had to plan out, do, and try and pull it off successfully and make the grade. And it wasn't just me having to do it. I was having to work with other people around to make it happen. And funny enough, that was after my YouTube channel had already, went down the toilet.
YouTube died, and then that was like, oh fuck. Well, what do I do now? Theater. What do theater?
Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, no, like I went straight from YouTube to theater because my YouTube channel died like halfway through our junior year, and then the next year I was in theater.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really neat.
You were junior year. You were doing junior and theater. So fucking me. Fuck. Junior and senior year, you were doing theater.
Yeah.
Junior and senior year, I was doing clinicals.
Yeah.
I was in like heavy in healthcare. So.
And I was just trying to figure out how to graduate. I was like,
And we were both on the soccer team.
We were both on the soccer team. You're doing stuff. You're going somewhere. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out if my GPA is high enough to graduate with. Fantastic. And now look at us. You're about to graduate, and I'm about to go fuck myself.
About to go fuck yourself.
I'm about to go fuck myself.
Why about to go fuck yourself?
Well, it's mostly this pandemic that's fucking me, because, like, no film studio is doing shit until January.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to, like, finish up at the end of the summer.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
Damn it, dude. I hate that, like, obviously it's a real world thing that's happening. Everyone's got it on their minds and stuff. It's literally affecting everyone and everything that has to do with your life. It's so fucking annoying now. Like, even if I just hear fucking coronavirus, it makes me just, like, cringe up. Like, I fucking hate it.
I don't even want to go out to eat Mexican and order a Corona because I'm tired of hearing it.
Yeah.
And I'm
tired of hearing the word.
It's really obnoxious. And, living in the U.S., especially with it, is really obnoxious because it's like you have some of these people taking it super serious, still staying inside and all that. And then most of the country is like, fuck it, we got to save the economy. We got to party. We got to suck dick outside. Why? Go back to your fucking bedrooms.
No, but, like, seriously, I hate hearing the word corona. I hate the word virus now. Pandemic, quarantine, fucking even stimulus now.
The new
people
normal.
Are still
I'm really tired of that one.
It's so annoying because we know that it's a thing. We know that it's happening. Like, it's just, geez, everyone had their wave of freak out for like the first 3 weeks to a month when everything like really started to go down the shitter. And now it's just, okay, well, now what do we do? Like, now what do we bitch about? Now what do we complain about?
People got antsy and they're tired of being inside, so they're like, fuck it, we gotta go outside.
Yeah. People who hardly went outside to begin with are like, fuck it, I need to go outside. It's like, well,
why?
yeah, you didn't do it before. It's just now you want to do it because you're being told not to do it.
Go inside, jerk off to TLC, eat your fucking cheesy poofs, and leave the real world for the rest of us, you fucking hack. Can't stand you. What have we gone over on
Just
this list?
randomly say something right now.
Penis.
All right, so you ever go onto like some sort of random website and you get these pop-ups that's like penis enlargement pills?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try this again. Just say something random and I'll try and go off on a tangent on it.
Can I say penis again?
No, you can't use penis.
Crack.
Crack?
Cocaine.
Okay, so drugs.
The drug war on America is actually a good thing for the economy because it's keeping us boosted.
Oh, like underground income.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's keeping all the politicians in business.
How many times do you think people have tried to buy cocaine and it's really just powdered sugar?
Well, I'd hope most people would check.
But it's surely to happen. It's like someone trying to buy fucking crystal meth and it's really just like rock salt or something like that.
Oh, I'm sure it happens plenty. But like what I know of drug dealing in the masses like that, you're supposed to, you pop the bag just a little bit, you get a little taste of it and make sure it's legit, and then you flip the brick and try that side. Because they might have stuffed that with like sugar, rock salt, drywall, anything that's white and powdery.
And then they just like layered like the top of it with the real stuff.
Yeah, they just layered it with the real shit, and so it's like you're forking over 10 grand and like not getting dick out of it. And the only thing you can sell that to is people that are already high or children.
Okay, so here's the theory. Imagine, some sort of future timestamp or whatever.
Future timestamp.
Okay, well, fuck it. I'll say it this way. Imagine in the year like 2050.
Okay.
We somehow find a way to link dreams to one another. So imagine you fall asleep and I fall asleep, but we have a connection link and our dreams link together and we're in the same dream. We realize we're in the same dream. It's like we're traveling to different fucking universes.
So we're
and living in different worlds, but we're still on Earth.
So it's like online multiplayer, but in our dreams.
Yes. It's like Inception.
That's interesting. I think there's a much better way to do that. Have you ever seen the anime Sword Art Online?
No, but I've been wanting to watch it so bad.
Okay, well, you know what it's about, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they basically get trapped in a video game. It's pretty much like that.
Yeah.
Except you're not really asleep and you don't have to dream and there's a goal. I think that is a lot more plausible to happen in the future, like deep interactive online, like full immersion,
like
video
deep
gaming.
VR.
Yeah,
deep
like
virtual reality.
Full immersion before we get interconnected dreams.
Yes.
Interconnected dreams does sound like some weird Inception shit, and I'm not with it because I know.
Really? Dude, I'd be all for that. That'd be sick.
No, I'd go fucking around. I'd be pulling some Doctor Strange shit. You'd see like fucking buildings on the ceiling. I'd be moving stuff around. Like I'd be all fucked up with that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that though?
Yeah, I think I might piss myself.
Really?
I would much rather go play Call of Duty.
It would be okay, but here's the thing: if you're in the video game and you fucking die, do you die in real life or do you respawn?
No, you fucking respawn. What kind of sick?
Do you feel the pain of being shot?
Not after you come out. You feel it for the split second you die, you respawn, and then you're fine again. You don't feel anything.
You could do a lot of fucked up shit with that though. Like you could get fucking kidnapped or something like that and like taken back and fucking tortured for the entire time that you're in the dream, and then you wake up and you're fine, but you just develop this PTSD over and over again.
I mean, yeah, that is a plausibility out of it, but you know what?
But what would be cool is if you could choose like a catalog of different video game type realities that you could go into. So you could go from, if you just had a bad day and just want to, go to war, literally just hop into Call of Duty and
or like hop in a bar fight.
Yeah, or if you just want to dick around, just hop in like Just Cause or something like that.
Yeah, like that'd be fucking awesome. I would love that. Like we could get full immersion video games. We could get Skate 4, and I could finally live out my teenage dream of being a pro skater.
That would be cool.
Be fucking incredible, man.
That would be great.
Or like I could be a UFC fighter.
Yeah, just hop into UFC. You want to play in the NFL? Go fucking hop in Madden.
I could play for fucking Barcelona. That'd be
go hop in FIFA.
Incredible. Do you know how fun it would be to like just break ankles on that for hours?
Yeah.
I think we both have like two different description of breaking ankles. You mean like the legit way, and I mean like legitimately, I want to break
Yeah,
Ronaldo's
you mean like
leg.
red card shit, and I just mean faking someone out.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like I'm waiting on full immersion.
How long
I,
do you think would it take for us to actually do that, though?
it is currently the year 2020. We're about to have all new consoles released, and nothing big in VR has come out. I don't think in 2 years, two
I was
three
about to
years.
say, what, since the Oculus?
Yeah, so I don't think anything big has come out VR wise. Especially not like some full immersion. You can lay in bed and get shit.
Hmm.
So I'd say 2050.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
so like what I said.
not like super far away, but like it just 30 years down the road. People are still working on development, and it's literally this could almost be therapeutic
It could be therapeutic in a way.
because you could easily blow off steam. You have to walk a fine line. And like I said last week with censorship stuff, I think it was last week, and like parents making sure their kids are mature enough to handle it. You can't put a fucking 10-year-old in a Call of Duty game,
Yeah,
at
obviously.
least not a full immersion one, because they're gonna come out fucked up by
Yeah.
it.
And I mean, like, they do have pseudo full immersion. Like, they have, I saw a video one time where this guy's on a machine. He's got goggles on. He's got, a controller type thing, but it literally looks like a gun. He's on a little treadmill trackpad thing,
Yeah,
and it shows the screen behind him. And every time he moved his foot, the character would move forward, and he's literally like running in place. The character's running. Anywhere that he moved, the character was moving. He would aim his gun, the character would aim his gun. He would look a certain way, the guy would look a certain way.
yeah,
It's like that's technically complete VR because you control the entire character and you're not using a joystick to move the character's feet. You're actually using your feet to move the character's feet. But as far as sensation, feel, smell, that kind of thing,
yeah. No, that's why I say like about 30 years, we're gonna have on a full helmet. It's gonna be full immersion. Like our synapses is gonna be somehow connected to this helmet, like in Sword Art Online. We're gonna smell it. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna hear it. We're gonna see it. We're gonna everything. It's all going to be seamlessly connected.
I feel like people would have a hard time distinguishing reality from dream then.
I think we would probably have that problem for the first 20 years.
Yeah.
But like I said, you have to determine like your maturity.
Yeah.
After a certain
It would
point.
definitely go it would start in a facility. It would have to.
Mm-hmm.
Even like after all the testing and it gets released, you would have to go to a certain facility to have that done because after you get out, you have to have a way to ground yourself back into reality.
Yeah, like you pay, like $10 an hour, maybe. Maybe less, so this can actually make a profit. But it's like you get out of it afterwards, and maybe you're evaluated.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get evaluated, you start building a portfolio, and then after you reach a certain point, then they're like, okay, well now we can sell you this set.
and like you can take it
You
home,
can
lay
take
in
it
bed,
home.
do it.
Yeah.
And then, eventually after maybe a decade or two of that, you can just straight up buy them.
It's like off the shelf type thing.
And you're just almost giving a recommendation to a therapist.
Yeah. Or it would have
Or like
you
somebody
would
that
have to
can
go
evaluate.
through you would have to go through some sort of evaluation before you're able to just like buy it off the fucking Walmart shelf.
Yeah, kind of like how they do with guns. Like
Yeah,
maybe
you'd have you'd have to go through a background check, you'd have to go through a health physical, you'd have to go through, a mental evaluation, psychiatric evaluation.
or at least at the very least, like they can open this technology up for, basic games like Mario and shit. Like that shouldn't traumatize anybody. I've been playing that shit since I was 2.
Yeah.
But to move on to other things,
Mhm.
evaluation is needed.
Yeah.
I think that would be incredible. And if nobody in the gaming world is like really pushing to get there,
I'm sure they are.
They-
If they're already starting to dabble in VR, virtual reality, and trying to really get that full immersion feel, or at least like a semi-immersion feel, they're pushing toward full immersion.
they've got to. And like whoever gets there first, they're going to have a lot of backlash coming to them.
Oh, definitely. But they're gonna have a
They're going to
big,
be
long road ahead of them
gonna be
too.
a billionaire.
Oh yeah,
They're going to make so much fucking money.
that's a multi-million, potentially billion-dollar business right there.
And let's be real, most game developers, it just falls back on the company
Yeah.
or the title of the game. It doesn't even go back to a specific person. So like realistically, they don't have like jack shit to worry about.
Yeah, especially if I feel like they would have to go through a bigger gaming company or some sort of like the virtual reality company would have to have someone overseeing every game and have to determine whether or not that's suitable for that kind of immersion. So like maybe Call of Duty might never happen.
That's what beta testing is for.
Yeah,
Or even like not even just Call of Duty, because a lot of that stuff you can make real tame. The worst stuff comes out of cutscenes, which
or
I,
like Battlefield.
maybe. Or I'm thinking more like Silent Hill, Dead Space, The
Oh,
Evil Within
Amnesia.
are AAA horror titles.
Yeah.
The real scary shit. I think that might fuck people up worse than like a Call of Duty game.
Could you imagine like trying to live out through Outlast in a complete VR immersion type shit?
Literally wake up with shit on yourself.
Yeah.
That game scared the fuck out of me as a teenager playing it,
Yeah.
like headphones in. That shit fucked with me. Playing that shit like fully immersed, like I'm there.
Yep. You're hearing
Ooh.
everything. You touch the wall and you feel it. You hear something behind you and you physically turn around to see some fucking big ass monster coming to eat your ass.
I feel like those games would get so much harder to play because in a game like you're not there. You're gonna turn. You're gonna run. But in that situation, for at least your first 10 tries, you're gonna freeze.
Yeah, you're done.
You're just stiff, nerves, everything's on edge.
It's
and
literally going to trigger your fight or flight harder than any sort of
and you're
computer
fucked.
game now.
I think most people would just shut down. I don't even think their fight or flight would initiate. I think it would take too long for that to fire up and they just freeze.
Yeah, and that's where, people get so scared that they start having health complications. People will start having heart attacks and stuff like that because they get scared so bad.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff is never going to make it to market, I don't believe.
Even beyond that, like just real life nightmares. Like people have night terrors as it is. They're going to look over in the corner and they're going to see that shit.
Yeah.
And they're going to know exactly what they're feeling.
Yep.
And they're going to know the exact feeling of what's going to happen if they get them.
But looking on the other end of that spectrum too, if someone wants to conquer their fear and it's a mediocre fear,
do Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Just put them in that.
Or you could just do exposure therapy.
That'd be really incredible.
Yeah, like you said, it could be therapeutic at some point. If someone's like scared of public speaking or something like that, you could literally develop a game
and like
put them in front of an audience, put them in the machine, let them go to complete immersion,
and they can do it. And in the back of their head, they know it's not real.
Yeah.
And the difference between the horror game and that is like one, you're gonna freeze because even though you know it's not real, it's terrifying. And then the other one, it's like, well, this is just life.
Yeah.
And you can work through it. That's really awesome. That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
Or like if they're scared of spiders, like I am. I'm horribly terrified of spiders. I could do like a Fear Factor game, get covered in them, and I know realistically I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah. I was thinking more of just like the fear, like some people have major anxiety of going out in public.
Yeah.
You could just put them on a busy street or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing's going to hurt them. You could tone down the settings even. You could like control the amount of foot traffic on the sidewalk. You could control the amount of cars. You could control the atmosphere. You can control the environment. You can control literally everything. You can control the weather. All you have to do is just, push a few buttons and you can slowly work your way up. So you could start with like, a couple people on the sidewalk and maybe, a couple cars just going down the street. And all you have to do is walk from one location to the other. And then after you get, comfortable with that, add a few more people. Maybe add a conversation with someone. Add a few more cars.
Yeah.
And then you keep going and working your way up and working your way up. And eventually you're in the streets of New York and fucking, rush hour. And you're completely comfortable with it. And you'll never have to fear going in public again. It's that kind of shit that would be therapeutic. It's that kind of stuff that I believe would have a bigger market than immersion video games. Because that is something that people would actually invest in. Doctors would invest in it. Scientists would invest in it. Video game developers would invest into it.
Well, the doctors and scientists for sure would invest in it. But it'd be after that getting it used on their subjects. That's why video games would have a bigger market for it and make more money off of it than like therapy would.
Yeah.
Because more people play video games than they go to therapy. But either way, that wide spectrum, that's a money maker, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking money maker because you can use that technology on such a broad spectrum.
Such a cool idea. Holy shit.
Now let's flip this bitch on its head.
Okay.
Rule 34.
Oh no.
Every new thing that comes out,
Oh my gosh, no.
humans use for sex. And sex sell. Full immersion porn, baby. And that will make more than video games would off that shit.
I don't believe so.
You really don't think that?
No, I don't think a lot of people want to fuck Daffy Duck that bad.
It doesn't even have to be about fucking Daffy Duck. I mean, we have sex robots now that are supposed to look, smell, and feel like real people. You mean to tell me some horny motherfucker's not gonna buy that shit and sit and fuck on whatever porn star they want, past, present, or otherwise? Every new thing that comes around, humans use for sex. Because we're just a horny, fucked up little species. So soon as full immersion hits the markets, there's going to be full immersion porn, and it's going to make so much money. It doesn't matter if you're married, dating, single, a stud, ugly as fuck, lonely as hell, or swimming in bitches. It's going to be used for porn.
I see your point, and I can definitely agree that there's a market for it. It's just I don't think it's going to be as big as the other two things we discussed, like we talked about, the video games and the therapeutic
Oh, I think it'll be bigger.
treatment.
I think it'll be bigger.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Porn's huge. You would have to worry more about some guy dying from ejaculating too fucking much than you would be over somebody having a heart attack in a video game. But they're not going to talk about the guy that died from coming 100 times in 12 hours. Because that is not what people want to report on. People don't want to hear that shit. Because the whole country is censored, so they're going to take it all out on the video games.
Then that's where you limit it to like how many sessions you can have per day.
Or like how many hours you can be in there.
I would just say sessions.
Well, how long would a session go for?
Well, if it's reading your brainwaves and it's reading your
Like a health monitor?
like your sensations and everything, your emotions, your senses of smell, sight, taste, hearing, all that kind of stuff, then it's going to be able to read when your body goes through an orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
So, after however many orgasms,
It just shuts you
it
down.
it shuts you down. You're like, all right, you're done.
You know how awkward that would be to like just come out from a VR and you're just like a wet dream. You're just covered in nut. And you gotta go clean off and you walk out and your mom's right there. You'd be like, hey, I've been knocking for the last 30 minutes. What the fuck? Oh, God. You scarred your mother, and now you're fucked up for life.
Comes back for session 2. God, that's messed up, man. Holy shit.
It's fucked up, but I mean, you know it's going to go.
Oh, I
there.
know for sure it's going to happen.
I'm going to buy one.
No, oh
For
my
video
gosh.
games.
Yeah, okay.
How old? Let's see, that's 30 years. I'll be 50.
Yeah. You better hope your shit still works
So I'll,
reliably by then.
so I'll probably be divorced, have a kid or several, and living alone in some apartment by myself, so I'll be okay.
Damn, you really think that's going to happen to you?
I don't know. Life's crazy, and I wouldn't be totally surprised.
Damn.
I mean, I mostly just joke about that, so I don't even care. I joke about it with my girlfriend. She's like, "You better take back everything you just said," and I'm like, "Bitch." And then I just click at her because she can't stand when I make clicking noises. Dead ass. She'll piss me off, and I'll just go. And right now, I hope she listens to this.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be so funny.
You're gonna be driving down the road or something like that. She's just gonna start beating your ass.
Oh,
You're just gonna turn to her.
I'm surprised she hasn't beat me into a ditch while I'm driving because of that shit.
Honestly, I am too.
I'm kind of surprised most people haven't beat me into a ditch for most of the things.
I'm surprised I've never just fucking punched you in the mouth at one point.
Like in general or while I'm driving?
Yeah.
Okay. Me too, honestly. I'm waiting for it.
You waiting for just a
Yeah, just a solid
just
knockout.
a solid right hook.
Gonna take my teeth out. Well, look, if we ever end up finding an MMA gym and go into it, I'm going to drop my weight. We'll be in the same weight class, and we're just going to fucking go
We're
at
just
it
gonna spar.
constantly.
It'd be like a hockey match. Like throw off the gloves, put off the helmet, and just fucking go at it.
Just going. Teacher be like, all right, guys, pair up. Time to spar. And we'll just look at each other from across the room.
It's
I want
time.
that one.
It's time.
That one right there. He's mine.
You want me, motherfucker?
Let's fucking go! And they let us go first just so they can get us the fuck out.
Yeah. We last a whole 20 seconds, but it feels like an hour.
You think we would only go for a 20-second match?
I feel like we would only last 20 seconds because people would be pulling us off of each other.
You know, probably. I think if they just let us fight it out and like we knew what the fuck we were doing, I think we would both go 5 rounds.
We would act like, we would act like for the first 4 rounds, like we would actually spar and get around with it. And then the final round, like a minute left, we just take everything off and just street fight.
Yeah, like, strip butt naked like the Greeks and just beat the shit out of each other in the octagon. I don't even think anybody would stop us.
The finishing move is like one of us slapping our dicks across the other one's face. The pure disrespect of just sitting on the ground or something like that. You just stand over him and all you hear is...
And the ref's just like, knock, not one, get out. No one would want to break that fight up because they don't want to grab 2 sweaty naked men.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
We would get arrested.
Probably, because some of those gyms do have kids programs.
Oh my god.
So not only would we be arrested, we wouldn't be allowed within 600 feet of a school. Good luck going to our
Look here,
siblings'
kids, I call
graduation.
this one the dipstick.
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh no.
I love it. All right, so that's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be a great day.
All right, I think I'm ready to wrap on this one.
Yeah, me too. Thank you all for listening.
Thanks. Come back again. Follow us on all the same bullshit. Have a good Friday, everybody.
Yeah.
This has been the Evolution Failed Us podcast.